In this video, we're talking about something that allows us to catch tons of lobsters each summer, but at the same time, if not handled correctly, could ruin the entire business. Can't live without it, can't live with it. Well, you can live with it. We just gotta get creative. We're actually gonna take you through a full day of haul where we haul 400 lobster traps. Gonna show you how we overcome this challenge, and of course, we're gonna play a game of Oceananigans.
That looks like trouble.
The loser will actually have to jump in our 58-degree live well lobster tank.
Bottom for lobsters. We're gonna put 2 or 3 unbanded lobsters in the bottom of the tank.
So every boat has a different way of keeping lobsters alive on their boat. Some of them have live tanks, where they drop the lobsters in loose that are on deck, and they have ocean water circulating through them. And then at the end of the day, they take the lobsters out of the tank, crate them up to sell them, which is a good way to do it. It just adds an extra step to the end of the day, having to crate up your catch. That's a pretty common way of doing it on boats that are smaller and don't have room. If you're able to put them in crates as you're going, it's just one less thing that you have to do at the end of the day. So what we'll do most of the time is just put them in crates on the deck, lay the hose on top of them, and let the ocean water run down over the top of the crates, which works fine for most of the year when the volume is low and the temperatures aren't too hot. But when the temperatures get hot and volume increases, we can't really do that on the deck, which is why we are preparing the tank to use that for the remainder of the year. So this is our current tank that is at the moment unusable. This tank fills up and floods with water, but as you can see, we have a little bit of a problem because there's a 2-foot hole in the bottom of it that leads directly to the engine room. And this is the piece of aluminum that's supposed to cover that 2-foot hole, but this piece of aluminum is getting pretty chintzy, and I don't know if I really trust putting 2,000 gallons of water on top of this little piece of aluminum, because if it fails, all 2,000 gallons is going into the engine room, which I don't need to tell you is not ideal. In order to get this tank back operational, we gotta go find something to plug the 2-foot hole in the bottom of the boat. This hole is here for a reason. That's the shaft box. That's what makes it watertight, where the shaft goes through the hull to the outside of the boat. It clamps some packing onto the shaft to make a seal. Every once in a while we need to repack it, so that's the reason for the hole in the bottom of the tank. The Westmac is going to have a pretty similar setup to this, but the Westmac is going to have quite an upgraded tank system. This is the big main tank. We only have 1 on this boat. The Westmac will have 3, 1 in the middle, 2 on each side, and the 2 on the sides are probably going to be bigger than this one, and the one in the middle is going to be enormous. Tristan and Cody, I think, could sleep in this middle tank on the way out together. So the Westmac will also be a sprinkler. So this is a floodable live well tank that you can fill up with water all the way to here. I also need to get the pump rigged up so we can get the water back out after we fill it up. You can either flood it, or you can turn a sprinkler system on and turn the drain on, and it drains out faster than it pumps in. So that way you're not lugging around a lot of water weight, and you're sprinkling fresh water constantly over the top of the lobsters, keeping them good and fresh and lively. It is nice to have the option to flood it, because on a rough day, it adds a lot of low center of gravity. It's like a ballast tank.
Fill warm water and join it into a hot tub.
A hot tub, we can put that's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll do that in the Westmac. We'll put a hot tub under here so Cody and Tristan can sit back here in the tub. So we don't actually have a sprinkler system rigged up in this one, but I made a makeshift one in the top of this hatch. You can see this square tube around this hatch actually fills with water, and in it is a bunch of holes. We can plug the hose in right here, and it shoots water all around this hatch and sprinkles down over the top. So the mission now is to get this tank usable so we can keep our catch alive and strong, so we can keep the buyers happy. So down here is where we actually pump the tank out, and now I gotta crawl back through the hole to get to it.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah, you can go down here and do it. This is one of the things I'm looking forward to most in the Westmac, is the room to come down here and work on stuff like this. Pretty much come down and walk around the motor. Well, good news, we don't need a piece of hose. All we need to get the tank running is something to plug that 2-foot hole. So let's go find it. Where? A whole tube of caulk?
That ought to do it.
We're making a swimming pool, Jace. You gonna go swimming in it later?
If it's warm.
If it's warm?
That might be a problem, buddy.
Oh, that's rugged. If that can hold me, it can hold 2,000 gallons, right?
Oh, definitely.
You squint, she's mint, Cody.
I believe it.
All right, she is siliconed down and screwed down. Probably should give the silicone 24 hours before we fill it with water, but we're gonna give it about 2.4 hours. I don't think it'll bother anything. If it does, it'll just be a little drip. Now let's see if we can get some lobsters in it. Oh, do we want to play a game today?
What kind of game is that?
Well, we're divvying up the first, the second 100, and the third 100. Whoever gets the biggest lobster out of their 100 traps is the winner. Whoever gets the smallest lobster is the loser. Thinking that the prize is 500 bucks.
Oh,
For the winner.
Decent.
The negative prize, so the loser, once we get back in the harbor, we're gonna jump in that tank and inspect the bottom hatch to make sure it's still good while there's water.
Okay. Can we fill the tank in there?
Yeah, I think we can use the harbor water.
Alright, hold on though.
What?
We get to choose your string. You can't decide side is all we know.
Okay, go ahead, you pick. You take whichever ones you want, Cody. You get first pick.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. First 100.
Alright.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So you got the first 100. I got the
I
second.
got the second and I got the last.
Should we make it a little more interesting? Throw a few unbanded lobsters in there while swimming.
What? That'll be the game. That'll be, you gotta fish them out.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
I was just thinking that.
Bobbing for
Unbanded it, you gotta grab them.
Bobbing for lobsters. We're gonna put 2 or 3 unbanded lobsters in the bottom of the tank at the end of the video.
Oh man, they're a lot faster.
And whoever's the loser has to jump in the tank and try to fish them out. And they are fast in the water.
And me.
And me.
Shatters.
And we have no goggles.
Oh, I don't mind that. I open my eyes in the salt water.
Do you?
Yeah, I do too. Can't see it that way, you see the sharks.
I hope one of you guys win then. That way you can't see the sharks. We're pulling the traps up from the bottom, 5 traps at a time. We'll be going through them looking for cool catches, looking for anything interesting, looking for small lobsters out of the first 200 traps and looking for giants out of the last 100.
We need giants out of the first 100.
It is a beautiful morning. You wouldn't know that it was the middle of summer. We got the hurricane coming in and it's bringing some northeast wind with it, which is bringing some chilly air. This morning's actually a bit refreshing compared to the heat that we've been having. This is a nice soft shell lobster. These are the ones that we're after. These are the reason that we had to get the tank going. These lobsters aren't quite as hardy. They can't live out of the water quite as good as a hard shell lobster can. A hard shell lobster, that's a pretty common question that I get, is how long can they live out of the water? And a good hard shell lobster under the right conditions can live over 24 hours. If you put a good strong hard shell lobster in your refrigerator, it could live for a couple days. But these soft shell lobsters are not like that. They don't live nearly as long and they need to be taken care of to keep the buyers happy, to keep the markets and the supply and demand in check. All right, so Cody, these are your 100 traps first.
Yes, sir. I don't know how confident I'd be with that first 5.
Those are all shatters, weren't they? What you got, Cody? Did you get it?
The biggest one so far.
2-pounder?
Oh yeah, he's close.
Not quite. Pound and 3/4. Cody's biggest.
Don't make fun.
This time of year when we're fishing for primarily soft-shelled lobsters, we don't catch as many big lobsters as we do in the spring when we're fishing for hard-shell lobsters. Big lobsters might be hard to come across, but I am confident in those last 100 traps of the day.
What do we do if there's no big ones?
Somebody's got to get the biggest. We all got to get in?
I don't know. Right now, I've got the biggest one.
2-pounder? All right. I got a tape measure. We're going to measure them. But you're going to get one that's actually measurable first. So far, yours aren't even big enough to measure. My tape measure doesn't go small enough to measure Cody's.
You listen to him, Cody. Not about the size, it's about how you use it.
That's right.
So we're gonna get to work. We're gonna get a few shutters in some crates. Here in a few hours, we'll fill the tank. We're just gonna let that silicone set up a little bit. I'm a little nervous of putting 2,000 gallons of water on top of that wet silicone that's not cured. I think the silicone will create a pretty strong gasket, even though it's wet. With the screws holding the pressure down on it, I don't think it'll bother. If it does bother, it shouldn't let go all at once. It should just spring a small leak that we'll have to fix later. We are now 20 traps into Cody's 100, and he hasn't caught a giant yet.
Up to a 2-pounder though.
He's sitting around 2 pounds. So we're gonna get to work. Hopefully not catch too many big ones early in the day. Let's get him in the boat.
Get him in the boat.
All right, we are 50 traps into the day. Cody's got his biggest lobster out of his first 50, a big hard shell lobster. You can see how black the claws are underneath it. That's a hard shell lobster. This is what I was talking about earlier. These are the hardy ones. You could throw this thing in a crate back there and it would survive all day, even probably with no water. But these soft shell lobsters are the ones that we gotta take care of. These are the reason for the tank. You see the difference. If you look underneath their claws, these soft shell lobsters are much sweeter flavored. They're a lot easier to eat, they're a lot easier to pick out, and the meat in them tastes much better. If you were to cook these two side by side and compare them, this one would be noticeably different. All right, Cody, we're gonna let her go, but first we gotta get a length on her back.
Yeah. 0 yeah.
4 1/4.
All of us are.
You agree?
Yeah.
Pretty much 4 1/4.
That's 17 inches all day.
She has an old V-notch. The V-notches, a common question I get with them is don't they just shed the V-notches out? You can see this one has shed most of her V-notch out. She may not even have had one. This may just be an imperfection in her tail, but either way they get the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna freshen her V-notch up. Cody's gonna hope that she's enough to get him in the lead. I guess you got the lead, but will you hold it?
I'm hoping I can get one a little bit bigger than her out of the next 50, but she is a beauty.
There she goes. Cody, you're just hoping for anything but select, anything.
Yeah.
If you could have a choice today, 100 great big selects or none, I'm guessing you choose none.
At this point, yes.
I don't blame you. I really don't want to go into that tank. I'm kind of dreading it. I hate going into salt water.
I will clean it up in good shape for whoever's in it, but I'm gonna feel bad.
So Cody finished his 100 traps at 4 7/8. We're starting on Tristan now. And I gotta say, the 100 traps that Tristan got are the 100 traps that I wanted. But that's all right. They're gonna need every advantage they can get.
Big money, Cody. Big money, big money.
All snappers. All snappers.
Oh, the first trap.
That's already a good sign.
That's a pretty good one right out of the gate.
Holy God, what's going on?
4 1/2, Tristan.
I'll take that. That's a good
I'm
second.
gonna write down the score up here so we don't forget it. Cody, 4 7/8. Tristan, 4 1/2.
Catch 4 1/2s all day.
Oh my word. Tristan, look, a bald eagle. Cody, Cody. Tristan, look, a bald seagull. Uh-oh, Cody.
That looks like trouble.
That looks like trouble, Cody.
I like hearing that.
That's not good. That's gonna be close.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
boy. Well, Tristan has knocked Cody out, and he's only used 10 of his traps to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm still in second.
Big oversized, 5 inches and over. They are protected. They need to be released because they're the best at breeding. They produce the most eggs when they breed. You can see this one is actually full of eggs. This one is 5 1/16. So Tristan is officially in the lead. We're gonna give her a V-notch. If you're new, that V-notch just signifies that this lobster is capable of breeding. She's now protected and she can't be kept for the rest of her life. She's safe to go breed. Like on a farm, you don't want to harvest the breeders. This is a way of protecting them for the future. Whoa, she almost just bit me in the forehead. We got a snack for her?
It's all right. Second place is still good.
Second place. Jody, you're going swimming.
Oh no, no, it's gonna be yours, bub.
There she goes.
You ain't beat me in.
Jacob wasn't shaking before. He definitely is now.
I'd say so. I'm only a little bit nervous, but there's no way Jacob would beat me too.
Oh, that's a big one.
All right, Tristan's got another one. He's already knocked Cody out. And now he's just trying to strengthen his lead to get a little safety buffer between me and him once we get to my last 100 traps, which he doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna need it, because I'm gonna get a monster. I'm not sure. Whoa, she just bit my glove. Easy, come on. Not sure if this one will strengthen him or not.
Gonna be close.
Here, Cody, you wanna hold her?
No, I don't. It's gonna help him.
Stretch out, guys.
Also, this episode of Oceananigans is brought to you by First Form. First Form is a new partner of the channel, and they have anything that you could want fitness related. Oh boy. What I love about First Form is they're not just a company set out to sell supplements. They're a company made up of really good people, and they really want to better your lives. So whether you're a fitness guru or you just live a busy lifestyle, they have anything you could want. I've been enjoying the beef sticks and the protein bars. Evidently so have my kids, because I was gonna pack some for lunch today. I opened up the cabinet and they were cleaned out. So either some mice got into it or the kids got into it. But either way, the beef sticks were gone. They have several different protein powders and protein shakes. Formula 1 is a great one. Level 1 is a great one. They have a multivitamin called Microfactor. So whatever you're looking for, you can head on over to First Form and find it. They're a new partner of the channel. They'll be around for the remainder of the year. Thank you, First Form. 5 8. Tristan gained up another 16.
That girl right there has been drinking her First Form protein.
Yeah, she's got a First Form to her. She's full of eggs, and she's already got a V-notch from a different fisherman.
Yeah, it's real cute, Tristan.
Yeah, that's
Real
nice.
cute.
That's nice.
Nice. I'd let him win. He's afraid of sharks anyways. He figured it'd probably be one of the 10. So.
Yeah. Tristan's used 50 of his 100 traps, and he's already got a pretty strong lead. What is he at, 5 and an 8?
Yeah, he beat me twice already.
You nervous,
He's not
Jake?
even
I
trying.
am getting nervous. That's pretty solid lobster for this time of year.
I'm no longer nervous. I am convinced we're gonna win.
I'm calling conspiracy. I never got a choice to pick which 50 traps I got. You guys
Yeah,
did.
well, I won the rock, paper, scissors, and Tristan still chose that I went for the first one. I think it was a setup anyway. Clean up the swimming pool.
Yeah, get it good and clean for you.
Working on it.
Cleaning up your bathtub.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a hot tub this afternoon.
That's the suction for pumping it out. So far, the new diamond plate from Tractor Supply is holding up. You better hope it holds up, because when you're in there this afternoon, if it fails, you're gonna get flushed right down into the engine room.
This is a pretty big tub, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a big bathtub. It's like 2,000 gallons.
I was just gonna say, like, that's gonna be tricky to get the lobsters.
It's gonna be hard to get lobsters out of there, yeah.
Especially when they go under here.
It's gonna be really hard.
You're gonna bang your head, I think.
Yeah. So what we'll do on this boat, even when we're using the tank, is we'll start by putting them in the floor in these crates like you see today. And then once we have like 4 crates or so to put in all at once, we'll open the hatch up and drop all 4 of them in at the same time rather than putting one in at a time. If we put one loose one in at the beginning of the day, it kind of slides all over the place, it slams all over the place. If we put 4 in at a time, they lock each other in place and they don't move around quite so much. Also in the early hours of the morning, the temperatures aren't too hot and they can survive on the deck just fine. It's not till the afternoon when that tank really becomes a necessity. Oh, you're gonna lose.
Hey.
Oh, I guess you can't completely lose, can you?
No.
You can only lose the $500 at this point.
Yeah, but who cares about that anyway?
That's just money, Jake. They make it every day.
Yeah.
How often do you get to say, I filled up a lobster boat tank and I caught lobsters at it?
Cody, you lost either way. If you won, you lost. If you lost, you lost.
Yeah, I'm getting all ready to get in this thing, but really at the end of the day, it's gonna be you, buddy.
No. Out of all the games that we've played so far, I think this is the one that I would like to lose the least. So if she'll pump. Aha! Yeah, we're all right to fill her then. So we're now getting into the midday sun and the heat is starting to pick up. So we're cleaning the tank out and preparing it to put the lobsters in it. Here is the sprinkler cover in action. Yeah, look at that.
It's a beauty sprinkler.
So the water's pumping into the tank there, pumping overboard over here. So we should have some nice clean soap-free water in just a few minutes. All right, close her up.
It's actually a really good sprinkler.
That's a beauty sprinkler. All right, so we now have the tank flushing. I'll just have to keep an eye on the engine bilge now to make sure the engine room bilge doesn't kick on, because that will be an indication that our fresh silicone and our Tractor Supply diamond plate is leaking. We're filling the tank up. You going swimming in it later?
No.
No. The tank should be flushed out and ready to use as soon as the air temperature starts to get pretty warm. It's starting to warm up now, but we're pretty fortunate offshore. We spend most of our time outside and we don't have to work in too brutal a heat. It rarely gets above 80 degrees out here. The ocean keeps us pretty cool. The ocean temperature is 54 degrees at the moment. So oftentimes we'll leave offshore to head home at the end of the day. It'll be 75 or so offshore, and when we get into land it's like 90, 95. The guys that fish up in the bays are, I don't know how they do it. It gets so hot up there. 90 to 100 degrees during the day. Offshore is the place to be on hot days. Another challenge the summer heat presents us with is with the warming water, a lot of growth starts to occur and the traps will start to grow grass and barnacles on them. Once the traps get dirty, they don't fish as well, and we have to put a cooker on the boat to cook the traps and kill off everything that's growing on the traps to clean them off. The cooker is a big tank of hot water, which is not a fun task to do on a hot day, is it, Cody?
No.
We're gonna have to do that pretty soon here, unfortunately. Beautiful little scalping. They are super rare. We catch them quite often, especially in this color. This is just the common scalping, but they do come in some different colors. I've caught them in all yellow, so they can be cool fish. Tristan, you've got just 10 traps left to get what you're gonna get. You feeling comfortable with 5 and an 8, are you?
Really comfortable, but I wouldn't mind 5.5.
I can tell you right now, 5 and an 8 they ain't as big as you think it is. You're gonna need more than that. I don't need to necessarily get 5 and an 8. I just need to get 4 and 15 16. Geez, that doesn't look too bad.
Oh, it's shined up nice, Bob.
I don't think that'd be too bad of a swim, really. For you.
No, I think it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, looks good for you. You want to fill it up a little more and then put lobsters in it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Our first 5. I probably only need 5. One positive from the heat is it's supposed to warm the water up and bring better fishing. Once the water gets warmer, the lobsters become much more active. They're easier to trap, and on a typical year, the warm water brings good fishing. But this year's been a strange one. The lobsters just don't want to get going. The water has been cooler. We had a really cold winter last winter, abnormally cold compared to the 5 before it. I learned the other day that we're getting the Labrador current is swinging into the Gulf of Maine, and it's making it colder. The bottom is colder than normal. For whatever reason, the fishing is abnormally slow. We should have had the tank running a few weeks ago, but the fishing just hasn't really called for it yet. So we got our first few crates in the tank. We're filling it up with a sprinkler. The score currently is Cody in last with 4 and 7/8, Tristan in first with 5 and an 8.
No, hold up. Cody's in second.
Cody's in last.
Second.
Okay, second is the first last right now.
Yeah, still the first loser.
Second's the first loser. I'll take second though. I'll happily take second. I gotta knock Cody out. I don't want to go in that tank. I will say it looked a lot prettier than I pictured in my head when I just peeked
That
in there.
diving plate looked really nice.
It looked like a swimming pool down there. A good swimming pool for Cody. Completely forgotten about the $500. I don't care about that. I don't like swimming in salt water. Makes me all itchy. All right. Oversized in the first trap. I only need one oversized to beat you.
Not a chance.
All I need. I've never observed traps so carefully in my life. I ain't gonna miss one. I might have missed one of Tristan's, but I ain't gonna miss one of mine. Making your own video? Oh, is that her? What do we got? Hold her up here for me. I am 35 traps into my 100. We got our first contender here. I don't know if she's gonna do it. We gotta beat 4 and 7/8.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That is close, but it's not enough.
4 and 3/4. Oh.
I still got you.
I'm coming for you though. No.
Oh, that's the best you can see right there.
No, yeah, you're having granddaddy here in a few minutes.
It's so cute. You guys are measuring any under 5 inches.
Keep running your mouth. I'm coming for your $500 next. Whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. We need a big one. I'm running out of traps. Oh, it's good and full. You can jump in right now, Cody, if you want.
That's nice.
That actually doesn't look that
It
great.
doesn't look too bad. As hot as it is out here, it looks pretty refreshing in there. Looks like a swimming pool.
Yeah, I'll wait till later though.
You wait till confirmation that I actually win. I can tell you I'm gonna win. You can just take my word for it if you want.
No, I don't believe you. I think you're gonna lose.
I've used up 50 of my traps. I have 50 left to go. Another crate in the tank. Oh man.
Look at how lively.
75 degrees outside, 55 degrees down here. 2 claws in the air, nice and lively. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, whoops, Cody.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, you're gonna have to get that one later.
All right. I guess you'll have to pick that one up when you get in there, huh?
Hey, no, that one's all you. You
Hey.
just lose. Somebody's gotta get in there and get him.
Hey.
Look, there he is down there.
How far did he already find the
Oh,
corner?
he's in the corner back there.
Just if you dump that crate, you're gonna
I'll be nice, Cody.
That's what we want to see right there.
45 to go. I am a little nervous about it because we're in the same area as Tristan's last few traps and we saw no big lobsters.
Come on, baby, don't let me down.
This is pure entertainment for me. I'm just watching YouTube bicker at it now.
Where's your father?
Oh no! Oh my God!
Oh, let's go, Cody.
I think that's my swimmer.
Woo!
I'm up 2. I'm down 500 now.
Tristan's out 500. Cody's got to swim.
To hell with the money.
Oh,
Just
Mr. Man just made my day.
I hope he has a deformity in a short
No,
bag.
he's a beauty. He's way past you guys.
Hate this game.
Cody's day is ruined.
Yeah, this is a setup. You put it in there last night.
14.
Centimeters.
What do we have for inches?
5 and 9/16. That'll do it. Game over for you boys.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go in.
Well, good.
I wish we could keep this thing because this is the one that I'd have you fetch out of the tank right here.
Oh yeah.
I'd put him in the tank and tell you to go get him.
He is a beauty.
All right, we got a snack for him. Big old male, oversized. Again, he is over 5 inches, so we can't keep him legally. He's protected. The males and the females, once they get over 5 inches, we have to let them go. It's not just the females that are protected. The males are as well because these are the ones that breed those big females. The smaller males can't breed the big females because as soon as they get near them, the big females will just kill them. So these guys are important to be able to breed those big mamas. Here he goes. Woo. Thank you, big guy. You saved my day. Woo! Good game, Cody.
Good game, Jake. Somehow you cheated. I don't know how you did it yet.
Oh my word, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Worst spot of the day? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
That's a setup.
The biggest
I think
setup.
this one beats both of them too. I beat him
telling you.
twice.
That's a setup.
Just for good measure, you know?
He came out and put them in there last night.
Have you noticed
No way
there's
he
like
didn't.
no mud on any of these? He's got it right on the roll.
Hey, you guys picked the traps. There's the last 5 right here. You know what that means, Cody?
Yeah.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
You're gonna get that lobster out of that tank.
Oh, I'll get him.
One good thing about when the warm weather turns the hard shell lobsters into shedders, not only are they sweeter to eat, but they're also a lot easier to handle on the boat. Picking out hard shells makes for a long day because the lobsters in there are all fighting and biting everything. They grab onto the trap wire and they're extremely hard to get out of the traps. They fight you every step of the way, all the way to the time they get bands on their claws. Once things switch over to shedders, they become much easier to handle. The workload becomes much less, even though we're handling more volume. The lobsters just lay there, they're very weak. We can just scoop them out and they're a lot easier to measure and band. We could just drain it to get your lobster out.
We could, but we're not going to, are we?
No, we're not gonna.
That was a cool option, Jake.
Look at that giggle on his face.
Oh, I'm so
he's so
excited.
happy.
Like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah, I was just that happy up until you got yours.
So the only thing we have to do is get back to land and get our lobsters back out of here. Sell our lobsters, empty the tank out,
Refill it.
refill it. We actually drain the water for the ride home because we don't want to lug around all that water weight. Almost 2,000 gallons of water in there, which weighs up to over 10,000 pounds. So that just leads to extra fuel burn and a longer ride home. So we drain it for the ride home. Right before we get back to land, we'll fill it back up so that we can get the lobsters out. All right, let's get it home and get them off the boat now.
It does look a little grimy. The water looks a little dirtier.
Not quite as clean as it was out there.
Been in there pooping and peeing and mating and doing their thing, and
Yeah.
now I'm supposed to swim in it.
59 degrees, Cody.
Hey, that's pretty close. Not what I would call warm, but
Ready, Jace? Tell Cody to go fishing.
Uh-oh, Cody. There's a lobster down there.
I think there's 3 in there.
3?
3.
Yeah.
All right.
They got loose somehow.
I put one in before the camera was ready, so I guess that's my own fault.
So what's your plan of attack, Cody?
Hope and pray.
Hope and pray. You're gonna use your feet?
No,
your hands?
no, my feet are junk these days.
So you're going in to use your hands?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
headed right to the bottom of it.
yeah. I'm gonna go for the banded one first, get that out of the way, and then see what happens with the other 2.
Okay. All right, Cody. Nothing between you but air and opportunity. There's 3 lobsters in there. 2 of them have no bands, and 1 of them has bands. He can't come out until he fishes them all out.
You can't even say that.
Let me just say that there isn't a whole lot of air down in there.
There's no
You said
air.
There was air and opportunity, and I'm not seeing much air.
That's right.
3, 2, 1.
Daddy,
How is it?
it's not bad.
Oh, he can reach him. One of them. That one up there. Holy. Whoa, Daddy. Whoa, Daddy. There's one. He's coming for your toes.
He's gonna get him, bud.
Hey. Not that bad.
Not that bad, and his diaphragm's going 100.
That's how you catch lobsters, Cody.
The good news is, the package is no longer touching the water.
All right, Jace, your turn.
All right. I get cash money for these ones. It would have been more fun to watch you do it. But
Oh, look, there's one more in there.
Did you enjoy that?
That was good. I was so glad I didn't lose that. A couple days ago, the harbor was 65, 67. Today it's 59. Well, Cody, I gotta say I was pretty impressed with your lobster fishing skills.
thank you.
If we ever lose a lobster in the tank, or if you ever lose a lobster in your tank, you know who to call.
We can get them.
Cody, I'm gonna give you my 500 bucks.
Holy. That's pretty good of you.
Thank you for competing in this game of Oceananigans.
You got it.
Thank you, Fresh Form, for sponsoring this game of Oceananigans. We'll see you next time.